it's Peter.
And Oni.
Together we are
Two Hungry Runners.
Well guys, we thought we'd switch it up for this episode.
Yes.
The weather is nice and beautiful.
Beautiful weather today. It's spring weather.
Yeah. Yes. And we are in a kind of garden.
Reserve. Reserve.
Yeah.
Smaller than park.
Yeah, which is near or close by to our apartment, right?
Yes. And today we are starting off with new series. If you have watched our previous series, which is the South Korean food, yes, we finished off last week, and this week we're starting off with Australian food series.
We are going back to the country where we live right now. So we've been living in Australia for about 10 years plus, right? And we discovered some amazing and wonderful Australian food and snack that you have to absolutely try if you travel to Australia, right?
Yes. And if last year we also explored some, top Australian food you have to try when you first come to Australia, make sure you check out that previous video as well, because this video is going to be a continuation of our last video.
Okay, so I can't wait to explore.
Yes.
Let's check it out.
Yes. Okay, the first item is the amazing Vegemite toast. I have prepared this at home. It's really easy to make and it's really tasty. It's really salty. It's really good. Vegemite is one of my favorite breakfast items in Australia. Yes, so it's really easy to make. You just need to toast your bread and spread it out with a little layer of butter and also like a small dollop of Vegemite spread and put it on top of your butter layer. Oh, it is so delicious.
Hang on, can you give tips to beginner?
Yes, yeah, I already mentioned it. Just put a small amount.
Okay.
Yeah, just start really small and then later on you can build up, add more Vegemite. If you think you like it, you can always add more. But for me, this is the perfect amount of Vegemite on my bread, on a piece of my toast. So delicious.
Okay, the next item that you have to try is the Australian meat pie. So this is almost like a national dish. Well, we can say this is like an iconic national dish of Australia. Everyone is crazy about meat pies. Also, most importantly, people are crazy eating meat pies during the footy games. And yeah, because this is like such an iconic and easy to eat as well. Like, it comes with many different flavors. We have this one here is the beef meat pie, which is almost like the classic one, I think. The way you eat the meat pie is quite easy. You just grab it by hands, but you also need this tomato sauce. This is like the best Australian invention. This is the squeezed tomato sauce. Just squeeze it like that, and all the tomato sauce comes from this little package like that. No mess at all. Cheers, guys. Well, this is a really classic, guys. Look at here. It's the classic Aussie meat pie with the minced beef, the flaky pastry, a little bit of the tomato sauce on top. It's just a perfect snack. You can have it like almost every single moment or every single occasion, every single time of the day. This is really classic, guys.
Next item you have to absolutely try when you're in Australia is the fish and chips. This is so cool, guys. So we got the barramundi fish. So make sure when you are in Australia you try the barramundi fish because it's native to Australia. Look at this, it's deep fried, golden brown, looks amazing. The chips also very generous size. This is a true definition of good fish and chips in Australia. The way you eat it is very simple. You just need a squeeze of lemon on top of your deeply fried the fish. Yeah, and also don't forget to add the tartar sauce. This is a must. It's really good with seafood, any seafood. It will taste better with tartar sauce. And look at this, guys. I have to show you guys the fish. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. It's crunchy, looks very crunchy. I can't wait to dig in. Let's break it apart. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. This is a good barramundi. Look at this. Still very juicy. Let's have a taste. So good, so juicy. Oh my god, I love this. Barramundi, Australian barramundi is the best. We got this from our local nearest fish and chips shop, and they nailed it. Don't forget the chips as well. Bit of a tartar sauce. I'm so happy we come out of our apartment and come to this park to eat this fish and chips. So good. Next item I want to show you. You might have noticed this when I eat the fish and chips. Ta-da! Potato cake.
Yes.
And depending on which part of Australia you are in, people call it differently. But for us in Melbourne, in Victoria, we call this potato cake. Some other part of Australia, they call it potato scallop, and some other part of Australia also they call it potato fritters. But for us, this is potato cake. And yeah, you can find this easily in a, like a snack bar at the train station, and you can find it easily in the fish and chips shop as well. Look, it's still crunchy. It's been sitting there for a while. Still crunchy. Let me break it apart.
Ooh, crunchy.
This one is quite interesting because I get more fritters or the butter or more than the actual potato. But it's still good. It's very well seasoned as well, very tasty.
The next on our list is Chiko Roll. Well, this is like almost Australia cultural icon of snack. This is called Chiko Roll. It's inspired by the Asian spring roll. I'm gonna pull it out. It's almost like a giant version of Asian spring roll, which we are all familiar with. And the Chiko Roll itself is being developed here in Bendigo, which is a city in Victoria, Australia. Yeah, this is like a almost like a like homemade in Victoria, we can say. Yeah, inside of it there is like a cabbage and barley, carrot, beef as well. So
and there's no chicken.
There is no chicken apparently, even though the name is almost like a Chiko Roll. Yeah, it reminds me of that Asian spring roll flavor, but this is like really an Australian version of it. Like you can taste the goodness of the cabbage, the carrot, mix it with a little bit of like the Chiko special sauce. And the pastry itself is quite thick. And it's really crispy. They like really deep fry it really well. And yeah, this is like a perfect snack. Like if you watch footy, if you like do a gathering with friends, things like that, this is like a perfect snack for that. This is another popular and iconic Australian snack you have to try, guys. This is called dim sims. Well, this food or this snack is inspired again by the Chinese dumplings, but they make it like an Australian version of it. So this is being invented by the Chinese immigrants here in Australia.
In Melbourne.
In Melbourne, basically.
Yes.
And yeah, inside of it, there's a mix of like a cabbage, carrot, and also meat as well. One of the most popular dim sim here in Melbourne, it's called South Melbourne Dim Sim, which is located in South Melbourne Market. which we're gonna take you guys to explore South Melbourne market once all this lockdown is over. But yeah, the characteristic of the South Melbourne market dim sum is the size of the dim sum itself. It's really huge. And usually you eat it with soy sauce, but we don't have soy sauce right now. The meat inside of it is pork meat, but they also have like the chicken version of this dim sum. What I like from the South Melbourne dim sum is the portion of the meat is quite generous, I think. See, like almost like I would say like 3/4 of it is meat, and yeah, the pastry is really crispy. It's very flaky. You don't even need the soy sauce, I think, because this one itself is quite savory and salty. And yeah, I've been missing eating dim sums for quite a while now.
Alright guys, for the next iconic item you need to try, we are going to take you back to our apartment because we are going to cook something really smoky, something sizzling. Stay tuned.
The next item we want to show you, it's called BBQ Snag. This has a lot of different names as well. You can call it like sausage Caesar, sausage Sanga, whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's a sausage on toast with some onions as an optional. Well, this is an Aussie classic, and one of the store that is very popular doing sausage Sanga is Bunnings. Yeah, if you go to Bunnings, people just go get the sausage Sanga sometimes. They don't really buy anything. And yeah, this is one of the activity or one of the items that I really miss during this lockdown, because we often do barbecue outdoor, and almost summer now, and it's a perfect time to have this BBQ Snag. It's really easy to prepare. You only need a sausage, a good sausage from your local butcher, but if you can't find it, it's fine if you go to supermarket and get some sausage in there. You want the old style white bread, you know, you don't really need the fancy one, and you can have like some onions as well as an optional. And for the sauces, we have barbecue sauce, tomato sauce, and some American mustard. This is optional again, but for me, I always like the barbecue sauce. You have the sweetness from the onion, the barbecue sauce, a little bit of savory from that sausage as well. Everything together is like really perfect snack from Aussie, guys. This is really humble, really simple, and it's a crowd pleaser as well. Okay guys, that's the end of our video.
Yes.
So hopefully you enjoy the Australian best and iconic food and snack that you have to try if you travel to this beautiful country.
Yeah, the savoury version, guys.
Yes.
So, and the next one, the next episode is going to be a sweet version.
Yes, if you like this video, guys, don't forget to give a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel, because it will help our channel to grow.
And until then,
stay foolish,
stay hungry.
bye.